I had a cold last week, and now my stomach is churning, and I don't know. I think it's because of your dancing.
I should dance for a living. Look at these moves.
Honestly, you do better than I do.
Oh, welcome everybody. Welcome to Blondies Out Loud. It's your two best buds babbling about life with stupid games, amazing guests, and absolutely no politics.
Zero. Oh, because we're allergic.
That's your line, Daxton. We're allergic.
We're allergic.
Blonde in color.
Blonde in nature.
Everyone, blonde in nature.
I'm still coughing it up.
That's okay.
It's sexy. Sexy.
Yeah, you've got the raspiness, the sexy raspiness going on.
It's just because I'm singing a ton. What is that?
Look what I've got. It's a little Japanese mug with matcha in it that my housemate just made for me.
At a pottery class?
No, I think this was a gift from one of his clients at work, and it's a cool little cup. I don't think I've ever had matcha before.
So he regifted it. Oh, he made you matcha. He didn't make you the cup.
Yeah, correct. He's not in our living room just like in a pottery session. There's not clay going everywhere. What?
I did a pottery class and completely forgot to bring it up on the podcast.
How was it?
Oh my god, mine's terrible.
Now I really want to see it.
I felt like I was doing so good. What
did you have to make?
You can make whatever you want. I made like a little. I went basic. I was like the easiest thing you can make. I made like a little pot, A
little pot. Okay. That's the easiest thing you could make.
And then I messed up the first time, and she actually had to redo it for me.
No.
With me. Like, we kind of did that, like...
Oh, did she come over you and, like, caress you and...
For all podcast purposes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere.
It was way less sexy than it was. The whole thing was not sexy, but it was so fun. And if you're looking to try something new, it is kind of expensive. Like my roommate just started doing it. My roommate in LA just started doing it, and he loves it. Like, he's gone a couple times.
You guys are gonna meet this roommate. Julius
will be on at some point.
Is incredible, and I cannot wait for you guys to actually meet him. He'll be on this pod at some point.
If you think Becky is something,
oh,
honestly, a reality show of Julius and Becky traveling the country would be wild.
Yeah, we should do a check with Beck sometime today if we can.
If we can get a check with Beck, I would love a check with Beck.
Yeah, well, that's hopefully one of the things that's going to come up in this episode. Also, I love what we're doing today, Dax. Let me rattle off. We're going to talk about how spring has sprung and there is a fresh scent of flower in the air. March Madness is almost here.
I was like, what?
We're going to get into some acting stuff, why we both started acting and some stuff that's happening there. And last but not least, probably one of my favorite things we've decided to do here is we are going to cast our dream cast for the show Finding Mr. Christmas Season 2.
Season 2.
Yeah, Season 2. Finding Mr. Christmas Season 2.
My Dreamcast is wild.
Yeah, no, mine's better. Mine's better.
And then if you subscribe to Patreon, we're going to do a Traders.
Yeah, we're going to cast Traders at the end of this.
Yeah.
Patreon exclusive. So please help us out here. If you want to subscribe over on the Patreon, there's some tiers there. You can jump on and listen to everything early and all this exclusive fun content. Dax getting some videos of his backstage experience.
I got it too. I'm going to... Nice. Oh, well, by the time this airs, they'll see it. Yeah, so it should be up there. Yeah, I'm going to post it.
And of course, on the YouTube, please subscribe on the YouTube. Tell your friends about it. Nothing helps us more than the spread of word of mouth and subscriptions. So please, if you can, that would make these little blondes' day.
And if you're in the LA area, in the beginning of May, we have a live event coming up.
Yeah.
With a really cool panel. So that cool panel. Yeah, just found that out.
Dax, I cannot wait to figure out what we're going to do for that live event. Like, I know we've got an idea, but like... actually like plan out.
Maybe you should start stressing now. Great idea.
Yeah, no, I already have. I mean, it's too late for that. I've begun.
Stressing me
And
out.
I would love to do something a little extra, maybe give some freebies to anyone who's subscribed on the Patreon who comes to the live event. So I'm throwing it out there on the pod. It's out there now. Sean could edit this out, but
we don't know. We don't know what he's going to do.
Sean,
we don't know what Sean... He's been drinking that shucked bourbon.
Yeah,
we gifted him some shucked bourbon. And
the boy loves bourbon, apparently, so...
Thanks, Sean. Anything else? And your week's going well?
Week's going well, Dax. It's going so well. Let me tell you about my morning walks. I let my alarm go off at 6 a.m. or around then, and I get outside. The sun is shining. The birds are out. It's still a little crisp in the air, but you know, you walk past a hummingbird and your day's made. You smell a flower. Spring is well and truly here. Let's say goodbye to winter. I'm done with winter now. And although I'm not quite ready for summer, I think spring could be my favorite season. For a multitude of reasons. There are baby squirrels around.
Wait, baby squirrels. Say that again. Say it again.
There are baby squirrels around.
No, say after baby.
After baby.
They're a baby what? They're a baby what?
Squirrels.
What? It's a squirrel. What's a squirrel?
A squirrel.
Spell that.
Okay, I'll say it in a country accent.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Look, I like words. I like etymology. I think etymology is a really cool thing to study. I saw a baby squirrel today. A dog came up to me and just came up for a pat during its morning walk. I had a really great morning, and I'm all for more morning walks in the sunrise light. Cheers to that.
Perfect. It's supposed to be good for your cortisol.
Mm-hmm. Get your cortisol peaked in the morning, because you want your cortisol peaking in the morning.
I'm not a scientist, so don't even try to I just heard it was good for you.
Look, Andrew Huberman is a scientist, and he says sunlight good.
Well, yeah, vitamin D is good for you.
Yeah, it is.
I do my morning walks with my dogs, so
yeah, that's great. That's one thing I'm very jealous about, is people just walking their dogs. I'm on a lonely walk, just me and the squirrels and a bird.
And a bird.
Bird and a squirrel. A bird and a squirrel.
Is it a big bird? Is it a big bird or a little bird? Because you're a big bird guy.
I'm not a big bird guy. I'm just a big bird guy. Shows are going good. Tell us about your show.
Going fine. Audiences are great. Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't have much to talk about on the show.
Hey, it is what it is.
But my favorite time of year is March, is in the sports world, because we got March Madness. And I will be completely honest, I haven't been paying attention to my college basketball world lately, and I'm a little sad about it. But I do love March Madness.
I'm so glad you just said the word basketball, because you've had this on the agenda for a little while, and I've refrained from asking this question until now. What in the flippin' flip is March Madness?
You still don't know? You really don't know?
No, I intentionally didn't ask you until right now. But you just said basketball and college basketball, so I imagine it's a college basketball
game. March Madness is just like the college basketball tournament.
It's a full tournament?
It's a championship tournament. You've never played March Madness, like a bracket?
What is... Dude, I don't know what it is.
It's like you fill out a bracket, and it's like this huge thing.
Right. Do you bet on it?
You can, yeah.
You can. Yeah, I bet you can.
You can put you can put Tim, like I'm in a family game, like a family of like 40 people, like with in-laws and stuff, and we put $10, so you can win like $350.
Whoa, that's actually sick.
Yeah, so it's so dramatic, because it's like the top 64 teams get put into this bracket, college teams.
God. Yeah, wow.
And then they play, and sometimes the number one ranks lose early, and so you're just trying to it's really fun. We'll play. We're gonna do a bracket. It's not out, like the bracket comes out when this airs, comes out that week, the week that this airs. So that when the bracket comes out, we'll fill out a bracket, and we'll keep everybody up to date with our bracket.
Let's record you teaching me about what this is and how to get on the bracket. I assume there's an app for it. that I
There
can
is
jump
an app.
on?
There's an app
Yeah.
that you just go in and you fill out who you want to win, and we'll
Okay.
do a bracket. And then the loser has to do something between the. So we'll have a competition between us, and
Okay.
then if other blondies, we could have
our own family bracket.
We could with our blondie family.
Okay,
So
okay.
anybody. So we'll get like Elizabeth and Sean, and we'll get everyone to play. And if you want to join, you can join our bracket. That would
Deal.
be really fun.
And you can watch me school your ass.
And you can
in
be
my first season.
You can be team Drop Bear or team
Bloomy Bear.
Bloomy Bear. Team Drop Bear or team Bloomy Bear. And we'll have a whole thing. We're gonna have a whole thing. Okay. I gotta get to work on this.
I'm so excited. Now I know what March Madness is. So does it go, how many weeks does it go over?
Like 4 weeks.
Yeah, amazing.
Okay.
Because
but like this podcast in like a year isn't gonna matter, so we shouldn't talk about this too much. But we're gonna do it. And we will. Yeah,
I do like my sports, and I haven't followed basketball ever. I've never seen a basketball game in its entirety. I think the most I've watched basketball is in the Olympics, just watching Australia. But even then, I don't really care.
Well,
so this will make me care.
It's really fun because it's college basketball and there's a lot at stake, and then like a championship. But like also you pick your teams that you think are going to win, and then you're kind of fall in love with the team. It's kind of fun.
Great. Have you ever played like a fantasy game, a fantasy league?
No, I wanted to do fantasy football, but I don't understand it.
Yeah. I play fantasy football, but not American football. I play it with rugby league, and you can waste a lot of time on it, but I'm just getting in there for fun this year, chucking in some of my favorite players and seeing what happens. Not really caring too much about it, but it is fun, and it does make it more enjoyable to go and watch your teams play. So
I like to win, so that's my problem. And so
the first year,
I don't know enough.
Yeah, the first year I ever played, I actually won the whole league, and which was crazy because I'd never played before and everyone else had. And subsequent years, I've since lost badly. So I had beginner's luck, and now I'm really bad. But this year, the Drop Bears are going to come through.
I know nothing about rugby, so
that's okay. Look, I'll teach you. When we go to Australia, I'll take you to a rugby league game.
I'd love to go.
It is way faster than American football. It's like it's nonstop. You'll love it. You'll really love it. But I think that brings us to our first break. How's your spring going, Dax? Before we go break.
Wait.
Spring break. I don't know. I just kind of like segued to spring break. Are you going on spring break?
I think that takes us to our first break. How's your spring going? Like what?
In my head, I was thinking spring break. Dax didn't talk about spring.
This is how you can get out. Can get into that. Okay, let's try to think of segues to get into a break. Here's mine. Speaking of spring, let's take a break.
Okay, here's mine. I'm so sick of talking to you. Let's have a break.
Hey, I got one.
What?
I've got the gurgles. I gotta take a break.
Oh no, no. Yeah,
is that a good one?
Break. I've got a good one. You disgust me, and I need a break. You filthy, dirty boy. All right,
I got a good one.
Okay, go.
Let's take a break.
That's my favorite one. See you guys after these ads. Daxton, we're back from break. We can dance again.
I can't do this dancing. I can't do it.
If you could be any other character besides Bob Gaudio in Jersey Boys, who would you be?
Tommy DeVito, 100%.
What is he? Another lead role?
Yeah, it's that character. There's so much going on in his brain, and it's really I mean, I think Frankie Valli would be fun just because like of how hard the role is. Like it would be really challenging vocally, but the true growth I think is Tommy.
Interesting.
There's a lot to unpack. Like if I was playing that character, there's just a lot to unpack with him. Like maybe early trauma that he went through, emotional trauma. Just like it's
okay.
Pretty. I think the role is.
I'm excited to come and see you and learn all about Jersey boys. And if you can get me
Bob
tickets,
is like the straight edge, like good boy that joined it and kind of brought the group like some like
that is so you
direction.
That is so some directionality.
Yeah, producing like it's very much like it's so. The more I play the role, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so. It's kind of annoying.
It's just you to a T. The good boy, the straight lace, never do anything wrong.
But like he's not a good boy. Like he did some like crazy stuff, and
what did he do?
But it's just the show doesn't really. No, he you know what he never really did anything like terrible, but like if he wanted something, he got it, and that's what I really like about him as a character. Is like if he liked something, he got it done. Very talented person.
Okay,
as well.
now we're getting more and more away from you, so maybe not.
But I think that's the fun. That's the fun in playing a role that is on stage for like my role is probably on stage 80% of the time, and,
right.
And I think that's the fun is growing in that role, and I think Bob is not I don't think has much like crazy life experience that you can like he has life experience in the show, but you just don't have the darkness that I think the other three
some of the others
have from where they grew up. So it's really fascinating. But yeah.
Actually, this it is fascinating because one of our Patreon members, you just reminded me, one of our Patreon members asked us why we got into like acting in general, what kind of inspired us to go into the world of acting, and then kind of went on to like what some like funny stories you might have. But why don't you tell us, you go first, why don't you tell us a little bit about why you decided to get into acting? What age kind of inspired you to get stuck into it?
So I just like to sing. Like that was my big thing. And then I realized singing through text is important, like knowing your text. And then that's like where the acting bug for me kind of jumped in.
What age are we talking?
I don't know. I've
Pretty young?
I've always just been kind of a performer. And I mean, I remember sitting at my like a coffee table when there weren't cell phones to play on, and I was like making up like dance routines and like shows with the little milk things.
The
like
milk things?
The little creamer things. I would make.
Oh yeah.
I would make them like stack them and make them do shows. It was kind of weird, but
imagination.
Anyway, I've always had this like sense of like storytelling, and I think acting was that like way of storytelling. I'm more interested in telling somebody else's story or I guess producing other stories. I think the older I'm getting, the more I'm realize I like to act. I think acting is really, really fun. I love I like comedy and making people smile and laugh, and like I won't talk too much longer on it, but I like the skill of comedic acting because you have to take comedic acting super serious, and I love the challenge of doing comedic work. But then I really felt
interesting. Sorry, yeah, I was just gonna say the interesting thing with comedy is like finding where the joke lands and trying to replicate that without getting repetitive is such a weird dichotomy.
It's hard. And my character in Jersey Boys is one of the, there's a lot of comedy jokes in it, but I say a lot of the laugh lines, and it's really been fun. Like,
really, yeah.
The more you do it, the more you and with Book of Mormon, all comedy, and so you have to take it seriously, or it's not funny, and you can't try too hard. And I think I like that with acting because Daxton tries so hard at everything. Like, and when I'm at my best as an actor, it's when I'm not trying too hard, and I think acting kind of like mellows me out a little bit in that situation,
especially like. I think it's super important to prep like a freaking madman and work your ass off so you can let it go. And that just takes obviously experience and doing it over and over again. But the amount you can discover in that prep rehearsal time and then letting it go and seeing what happens with like a live audience or seeing a different reaction from your castmates, that shit's enthralling.
And by prep for me, it's like really knowing your character. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you're going to mess up on lines. That's just how life is. I think. I mean, I'm never 100% perfect on all my lines every day. Like, there's always something because it's live theater. But yeah, I'm just like, but now I'm really diving into, for Daxton, I'm really diving into creating work and creating my own work and being in my own work or creating new work for other people. That's been like development has been really like at the forefront, and I want to develop things that I can be in. I want to develop things that my friends can be in. I want to develop things that will really touch people and are telling different stories than we're actually hearing right now. And so that's kind of where
really exciting, isn't it? It's really exciting.
So acting is just part of that. I think acting is just always going to be part of my life, no matter what but it started for me when I was singing.
Yeah. Well, that's all where your journey started, because you've got to have had that experience to, know that you love storytelling so much to then go and create your own stories. And I'm enjoying creating some stories with you, even though we haven't spoken much about that. I enjoy that aspect of our working relationship, Dax.
Yeah, we're not just a podcast. We're storytellers.
We're not just a podcast. We're storytellers. We're storytellers. Damn right we are. Thanks for sharing that. That's really interesting.
Why did you? What was your jam?
I as a kid, I wasn't really a performer. I did some public speaking when I was probably like 11 or 12, but I think that's pretty late for a lot of people who become actors. They start as a child actor or just like enjoy getting up in front of the family and stuff like that. And I still like made movies on the camcorder with my siblings and things like that. But it really started when I hit high school. I was in like the school productions, and I remember getting this rush when you first go out on stage and you're like, this is it. Like, all that work is right here now, and you got to show people what you can do. And I enjoyed getting the laughs, the reactions. And I did this piece in year 10. I was just, a kid, and some of my classmates cried, and I was like, whoa, this is impactful. I didn't really quite grasp how impactful acting could be and a really good script could be. So that kind of opened me up, and then I decided I would pursue acting outside of school, like as a career, and got into a pretty prestigious acting school in Australia. And
Ooh, she's prestigious.
She's prestigious. Yeah, it was very difficult to get into, and I didn't even make it my first year that I auditioned. It was a hard school to get into, and I wasn't a good actor. I look back at my tapes to get in, because at the very end of acting school, they showed us our first tapes that we did in the initial audition, and I was bad. I don't know why the hell they let me in, to be honest. It was not good. But as you know, I worked my fucking ass off. Excuse my language. Is that our first? No, Colt used an F-bomb.
No, and so did Becky.
And so did Becky, yeah, okay.
If Becky can use an F-bomb, we can all.
Yeah. I worked my tush off that first year, and I thought that I was really passionate about acting, but I didn't truly realize how passionate I was until I had this one moment on stage at the end of my last year. You know how actors talk about, and I'm sure you've experienced this, where it's just like total immersion in the scene. And you kind of get off stage, you're not sure what happened, but you just let totally loose and you let that river carry you downstream. I had that moment of complete release and freedom. And I was like, this is what everyone's talking about when it comes to acting. It's this moment. And, you chase that kind of feeling throughout your career, and it comes spasmodically, but when it does, it is totally enlightening. So yeah, I had that moment and knew that this was what I was going to probably do for the rest of my life. Whether success came or not, I was going to pursue it. So, and I'm feeling like I'm in the right spot in my life right now. So
you're good.
Well, is there anything, part B to that question, was there anything that pops into your mind funny that happened on stage, off stage, backstage? Have you got like a funny acting story?
Millions. One of the most scariest things, I was performing in Atlanta as McKinley, and McKinley does this, there's a number, and it's called Spooky Mormon Hell Dream, if you've seen the show. And McKinley comes and does this like very flamboyant, because he's in a dream, and he's very flamboyant, and he's got a guitar over his head, and he's like Vanna Whiting across the front of the stage. In Atlanta, we were sold out, standing room. It's a 5,000 seat house. On a Friday night, audience is amazing, and I am Vanna Whiting, and my heel, there's rivets in the stage for like where the sets move, so they all move automatically. It's really pretty magical, and my heel hit a rivet, and I went arms up, straight flat down, center stage. The whole audience goes, you could hear everybody go, oh. I tell you what, I've never gotten up faster in my life.
Oh my God. Oh. Did it hurt? You don't remember.
When you fall at center stage in front of 5,000 people, there's so much adrenaline. I got off stage. The stage manager was everyone in the cast saw it. I mean, I'm front and center.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. That's something I wish I'd seen.
So hard. And like, but like, you're just like, it happens, but yeah. I mean, I've done so many embarrassing things, like forgetting lines. That's the worst, because sometimes you just forget. Like it's that's the scariest thing when you're on stage and you just for me, the scariest thing is when there's a silence or a pause that you know is not supposed to be there, because you immediately start going, is that me? Is that my line? Where did I mess up? And it might not be you, or it might be you, but that pause where there's never really been a pause before is so terrifying. But the audience, no idea. They have no idea that anything's going wrong. And you could put a good, healthy, long beat in there and the audience still won't care, but all the actors are going, who is it? Who is it? I know. Who is it? Was that me? Who's doing? Well, when you bite it center stage.
Yeah. I got to say, I was doing a show of Splendor in the Grass, and it's a film as well with Warren Beatty and, oh my God, what's her name? It skips me now, but famous actress, into a theater show. And my character is like a football player, like quarterback football player. It's American. And stupidly, we decided to have an American football as a prop in the play. Bringing a ball on stage, stupid, because that is a recipe for disaster. So what would happen is one of the other, it might have been in the script, but one of the other characters threw the ball off stage to me while I'm with Deanie, my girlfriend. And most nights, you know it's coming. And there were a couple of close calls, but you caught it. One day, he threw, this guy absolutely just like shanked it, completely missed through it. It like bounced off my shoulder and straight into the audience. And it was like lost under the seat somewhere. I had to jump off the stage, run through the audience in character, like asking people to pass me the football. I couldn't find it. It was crazy. They were loving it, but eventually got the ball back on stage, continued the scene. And it was amazing because no one really panicked. It was just like, okay, we got to go get this ball because we can't just pretend. We can't just pretend we caught it and then continue with the scene. It's a physical ball. Man, I just miss doing theater. I haven't done theater in a couple of years, so it's on my bucket list of things to do.
There's a bunch in LA. Yeah, there's a lot. They do a lot of plays and they do a lot of new work in LA.
One of my I assistant directed a play called here's another swear word, but this is the title of the play, so cop this. The play's called, it's a great play. It's called The Motherfucker with the Hat.
Yeah, it's a really good play. Yeah, I've heard of it.
So good. It's such a good play, and I assistant directed that with a friend of mine who's directed for like 40 years.
Amazing.
And I learned a lot from him. But wait, where was I going with that?
I don't know.
Oh, that was kind of the last thing I did, and I learned from it. That's where I was going. That's just
You
the last
learned.
bit of
Oh,
theater,
I'm so happy you learned something.
Oh, and it made me really, really love directing.
Well, you know what? Directing's fun. I've done a few. I've gotten to do a little bit of stuff like for colleges and children, and it's so fun. But what I want to do is, what was it? Gross?
Look at this. There's grass.
Yeah, it's matcha, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
you go clean. You go clean out your cup, and when we get back from this break, I want to
check with Beck.
I want to check with Beck, and then I want to do our game.
Oh, I love that.
Because I came up with the game.
Yeah, you did, and it's a bloody great idea. All right.
Okay. All right, let's take a break.
See you in 1 second.
Bye.
Bye.
It's time for
check
with Beck.
Check with Beck. Check with
Beck. We like to check with the big old Beck.
Check with Beck. I'm bad at musical theater. Guys, I'm so excited to see Beck.
I won't be able
Becky
to hear
Beck.
it.
I can hear it. I can hear it calling.
You can? Okay.
We should get questions from everyone
It's answering.
for Becky.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Can you hear her?
Becky. I can hear her.
You're on the podcast.
No way.
Can you see Hayden?
No, because I'm giving myself a facial and I'm on my earbud.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. Well, you're giving yourself... What are you using? What kind of facial cream do you use?
I use coconut and lemon, and that's all today.
Can you ask her if she
And
uses
I also
cucumbers?
do my hands, so I have gloves on.
Do you put cucumbers on your head?
I don't have any cucumbers, or I could have put them on my eyes.
Do you think that's helpful, or do you think that's just like a scam?
What?
Do you think putting cucumbers is helpful, or is it like a scam?
If you've got it's the coolness that works, and cucumbers aren't irritants, so yeah.
Tell her that if you chop in half a chili and put it over your eyes, it also works.
If you chop up what, Hayden? Hold on, Mom.
If you chop a chili in half and put it over your eyes, that also does the same thing.
Mom, if you chop a chili in half and put it on your eyes.
Really? A chili?
Yeah.
Like a chili pepper?
Yeah. Like a chili pepper.
It helps with inflammation. It increases inflammation.
It increases inflammation.
Increases inflammation? Makes you cry?
Hey, we're just doing we called you to do a check with, oh, I know, makes you cry. Is that what Hayden has been doing? That's what he did for Finding Mr. Christmas. That's how to cry, is he just put a little chili pepper under his fake blue eyes.
So cute. He was so cute when he stuck that chili pepper right up his eye in those holes.
Hey, Mom, we just want to do a check with Beck, how the podcast is doing. Give us your 20-second take, because we're running out of time.
I love it, especially now that you two aren't giggling so much like little girls. And it's
damn right.
It's really good. I love it.
Yeah. No giggling's the worst.
Yeah, giggling like little girls. Hell no.
Dax, we shouldn't enjoy ourselves. No more enjoying ourselves on this podcast.
Kind of. You're like, oh, that's what I
All right, Mom. Well, Becky, we love you.
Two sweet boys. Come see me sometime.
We will. We need to come see you.
Tell her hugs and kisses from Haiti.
Hugs and kisses from Hayden.
Same to you, Hayden.
Love you, Mom.
Love you, babe.
Bye.
Oh, that was a check with
Beck. Check with Beck. Check with Beck. Do a little check with the Beck.
Check with Beck. She cracks
She's wild.
Me up. The no filter is wild.
I had her FaceTimed her just so she could see you today, and she had it facing up. She knew I didn't even see her. She had it facing up to the.
She needs to get some chili peppers over her eyes.
She's wild. That woman. Oh, I love that woman. She's crazy. Well, let's get into this game because
Daxton,
we are running out of time. We are running out of time.
Blondies do battle. In this week's episode of Blondies Do Battle, the Blondies organize a Finding Mr. Christmas Season 2 cast. Who will it be? Who's going to be on their list?
Oh my God, you're wild. So
I have this. Do you want to go one for one? You go, then I go. You go, then I go.
I thought we okay. This is okay. So this is a game we just I did steal it from another podcast. I was listening to Sibling Rivalry, and
nice.
They were gonna do it. They were gonna do a Traders one. And I was like, oh, we watch Traders, so maybe if we have time today, we'll do our Traders one and put it on Patreon. Then I also was like, oh, we should do a FMC one because they are currently casting. We know that. And so it's like, who's our dream cast of Finding Mr. Christmas season 2?
So if you haven't seen Finding Mr. Christmas, I'll dare say a lot of you have, but if you haven't, it's a Christmas themed acting competition reality show on Hallmark Plus.
That Hayden and I met on.
Are we allowed to say that? Did we just blow our NDA? I don't know.
We met on season 1 of a reality show. I think we can tell people we met on season 1 of a reality show.
Okay, that's what we did.
I think it's pretty obvious if you were to Google any of us.
It is a blast of a show. It is a whole lot of fun. You should definitely watch season 1, and when season 2 comes out, you should watch season 2 because it's going to have the following characters. Sorry,
it's our dream cast. It's our dream cast.
Daxton.
Hey, just a thing. This is a dream cast. This is not the cast. We don't know anything about the cast. They don't talk to us. They don't tell us anything. We don't know anything.
Now, Daxton,
just
Finding Mr. Christmas. We have to cover all our bases here, but one thing Finding Mr. Christmas is, it's looking for the next Hallmark leading man. So all my people are men. However,
too, so
it just makes sense. However, I have chosen some leading ladies to feature in some episodes.
Oh my God! So, do we have time for that?
I did my homework. We're damn right we have time.
And
for
then
it.
maybe we'll do a Patreon exclusive and say who would win.
Yeah.
Or we'll find our 10. We'll do our 10. We'll do our 20, and then you and I come up with this is the top 20, and then we take it down to the top 10.
Now, I've picked some very prominent Christmas characters. I've gone heavy on the Christmas theme. Okay, so I'm sticking close to that.
I think we are going to be real opposite in who we pick.
Yeah, I'm so stoked about that.
Okay,
so
go.
My first contestant, as he walks into the Christmas house, is Mr. Jim Carrey, the Grinch himself. Dun, dun, dun.
I like that one.
Bad guy from the beginning.
My first character is Ryan Reynolds walks in.
Oh, very good. He's been in a Christmas movie too.
He's sexy and we're like, oh my God, Ryan Reynolds!
Oh my God, take off your shirt! Oh my God!
Yeah,
and he would just keep breaking the fourth wall, looking at the camera.
Next,
then I have from Love Actually, Hugh Grant.
Oh, I like that one.
It's a good one. He's gonna steal hearts.
And then my second one, Eminem comes walking in. And you're like, what? Eminem?
What? Just hip hop music in the background.
You know, he actually has a beautiful heart, and I think he would be such a perfect candidate for Mr. Christmas.
I think he'd be a sneaky Smokey to take out the competition. My next one is James Stewart, star of Vertigo, A Beautiful Life. I think he's got that old school charm that could win it for him.
Okay, I had to take a picture of this because I kept going, my computer won't
Oh, okay.
My next one is Bowen Yang.
Who's that?
SNL character, Bowen Yang.
Oh, I don't know which one's that?
He was the Asian. He's Asian. He's really funny. How do you not know who Bowen Yang is?
I probably would recognize him.
Yeah.
Do we want me to do it right now?
No, but
I will after this.
But like
Bowen
he
Yang.
would add
Okay,
some like yeah.
I think my next character beats Bowen Yang. I have number 4, Macaulay Culkin, the Home Alone mischievous boy.
Oh, cool.
That's gonna be
That's a good one.
Boyish charm.
I just want some drama. I think there needs to be a little drama. Like, how do these boys be Mr. Christmas and poise for the star? And like Justin Boldini just comes on in. And so then Ryan Reynolds is like,
immediate
and they're
drama.
like, how? And because you can't be Mr. Christmas without being a kind person.
You have to have a good heart. And if those two go at it, they'll get immediately evicted. That's a great choice.
Wouldn't that
Justin
be
Baldoni. Excellent.
But like coming in after Bowen Yang, so everyone's like, oh my God, we love Bowen Yang. And then the drama.
Yeah. He is the drama. Now, I think my next actor will cause a lot of drama as well. I've got Chevy Chase coming in at number 5. Good Christmas, solid character. He's going to cause some drama because I hear he's pretty like off the cuff kind of crazy dude. So I'm excited to see him in it.
Then I'm going to put in my friend I name dropped earlier, Coleman Domingo. He's an Oscar nominated actor.
You did
2 times. I think he truly embraces the Christmas leading man, kind, great actor, can do everything, stunning to look at, represents the LGBTQ community plus community really well.
Excellent. Yeah. Another one who he might not represent the LGBTQ community, but he represents the weightlifting community. Arnold Schwarzenegger, let's go.
He would be really fun. He would be fun.
He would be so fun. He's good at everything, so I just know he'd be good at this.
He'd be fun, yeah. I'm going to put in Jonathan Groff. I think... Do you know who Jonathan Groff is?
Yeah, I can picture his face. Brunette dude.
Yeah, big Broadway guy, but also he's also a big Hollywood guy too. But he was not Hans. What's the other? The blonde in Frozen, the cartoon.
Yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about, but I can't remember the name.
None of us can remember that.
I feel like I know who you're talking about. Which brings me to my next one. I have good old Christmas himself, Tim Allen. He's played a lot of Santa roles in his time, so I think he's just going to be a solid staple.
And then I would bring Paul Mescal.
Great choice.
Sexy. You know.
Mine are all older people, as you know, because I just think they just bring the right energy to this. My next one is also getting on in his life, but really bringing the drama, bring in the sexy badness.
Yours is the golden
Mr. Christmas is Billy Bob Thornton, Bad Santa himself. Oh yeah,
that's the drama. You're literally doing the golden Finding Mr. Christmas.
yeah. That's a good point. I totally am. We got 2 left.
Oh my God, I have 3.
Well, you better pick 2.
No, I
no,
have
that
2
makes sense because I
one.
went first.
Yeah. Just to add some like Frozen drama with Jonathan Groff. Maybe they like each other, maybe they won't. Josh Gad, who played Olaf.
Oh yeah.
Also, like,
he's funny.
He's really funny.
And he's a musical theater dude too.
Yeah.
Next up for me, I'm really taking a curveball here. Bruce Willis, the stern, manliest of men.
You literally are doing the golden.
I think they're gonna crush this. The golden Christmas.
Oh, these last two are. Let's go with the first one, and then the last one I think is. No, let's go with this one. I would bring in another Hallmark star just to see if he can handle
I
it.
knew it.
And this,
I was going to do this. I was going to do this.
this might be controversial. And, you know, who knows? I would bring Tyler Haynes in. Hines, sorry.
Damn, nice. Tyler Hines.
Tyler Hines.
Even B-Nut would be interesting.
Let's see.
Let's see if they got what it takes.
Let's see if they have what it takes to be FMC's All-Star Blondies casting.
Yes. Which brings me to my last pick. The one that I think could take out the championship, be the golden Christmas. Make everyone else green with jealousy. It's Kermit the Frog. Who's gonna beat Kermit?
You're right. Especially with
He's done the
especially with that lineup.
Thank you. Right? He's done a Muppet Christmas Carol. The Muppets Christmas thing. He's done so many Christmas things. He knows Christmas, and kids love him. Adults love him. You grew up with him. He's got that cute, weird frog in his throat voice. He's got it.
Perfect. And then my final, we need one. The only James Mansfield.
Oh, yes. Yes, as if I didn't have James Mansfield in here. Wow.
James Mansfield. I think James Mansfield could take it home. I think
he
James
could take it home. She could take it home.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sorry.
So much drama in my list.
That is absolutely incredible. I think we have really solid lists here.
Yeah, we don't even need to combine them. Totally different. I love that.
Okay, that brings us to the end of Blondies Out Loud, this week's episode. Please do not forget to subscribe, jump on. You can listen to us. You're probably listening to us on one of these, but we've got Spotify, Apple, Odyssey, Amazon Music, and of course the Patreon as well. So please jump online, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and tell your mates about it.
And let us know what you're thinking in the DMs. Talk to us. We love to interact with each and every one of you. So
yeah, we're going to try and answer all your questions. So keep them coming.
Yes. Hayden, it was so good to see you again.
You too, Dax. I'm crushing it, mate.
You're crushing it. I'm loving every bit of this. I miss you. I can't wait to be back in that studio together.
Yeah, it's going to be real soon. Alrighty, mate. Good luck with your shows this week. And thank you, everyone, from the Blondies themselves. Thanks for tuning in to
Blondies
Out Loud. See you next time.
Bye, guys. Blondies Out Loud is brought to you by this incredible team.
Elizabeth at Ninth Planet Audio, Sean at Cut and Run, our graphic designer, David, and of course, Tiffany, Amber, and our producers, TJ Khan and Holly Starknick. Thank you so much.